Kevin Durant, the most gifted scorer in NBA history by the numbers. 198.3 career net wins, 14th all time, 2 championships, 1 MVP, the most efficient high volume scorer in the history of this database, a 7-foot player with a guard skill set and a relentlessness that produced elite production across 4 organizations over 19 seasons. Thanks for listening to NetWins at netwins.substack.com. Subscribe for free. Kevin Durant was selected second overall by the Seattle SuperSonics in the 2007 NBA draft, and the franchise relocated to Oklahoma City the following season, becoming the Thunder. He was 19 years old, 6'10", and immediately one of the most gifted offensive players the league has ever seen. He was the NBA's youngest scoring champion in history at age 21, averaging 30.1 points per game in the 2009-2010 season. Please read the accompanying article with this at netwins.substack.com. It's 174.6 regular season net wins, another 23.7 in the playoffs for a combined 198.3, an average of 9.2 a season, with a peak season of 17.1 in the 2013-2014 season. He did miss the entire 2019-20 season, recovering from an Achilles tear. So he played 9 seasons with OKC, an average of 10.7 a season, a total of 95.9, 3 years with Golden State, 3 with Brooklyn, and 3 combined with Phoenix and Houston. In his first phase, Durant went from 3.2 net wins at age 19 to 13.7 at age 21, adding more than 4 wins of individual production in 2 years. By 2012-2013, he was producing 16 net wins. By 2013-2014 season, his MVP season 17.1, which was the peak of his career at 32 points a game, 7.4 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. He delivered what many consider the greatest MVP acceptance speech in league history, telling his mother, "You're the real MVP." The 32 points per game on 50.3% shooting is one of the most efficient high-volume seasons in the modern era. The 2014-15 season produced 3.8 net wins, the sharpest single-season decline in his career, when he suffered a Jones fracture in his right foot that required multiple surgeries and limited him to 27 games. He never fully returned to his pre-injury level with OKC. His 2015-16 comeback season, 12.5 net wins, was strong, but by that summer he had made his decision. The OKC era, as mentioned before, produced 95.9 net wins over 9 seasons, averaging 10.7 a year. His teammate Russell Westbrook averaged 8.9 net wins per season over the same period with the same team. The two played together in OKC for the 9 years and won 0 championships, losing the 2012 NBA Finals to the Miami Heat in 5 games. Durant's decision to leave for the Golden State Warriors in July of 2016 prompted one of the most evasive reactions in NBA free agency history. With Golden State in 3 seasons, they won 2 championships, both Finals MVP awards, the most efficient 3-year run of his career by field goal percentage at 53.7, 51.6, and 52.1. Durant produced 11.2 net wins per season alongside elite teammates and converted both those finals appearances into championships, shooting the ball more efficiently. Playing alongside Curry, Thompson, and Green made his shot looks easier, and he converted. He was criticized as a ring chaser for joining the 73-win team that had just beaten his OKC squad in the conference finals. Whether those championships carry the same weight as championships won with less talented cast is debatable, but his contribution on those teams winning is not. In Game 5 of the 2019 NBA Finals, with Golden State trailing Toronto 3-1, Durant, returning from a calf injury, played 12 minutes before rupturing his Achilles tendon. He required surgery and missed the entire 2019-20 season. The Warriors ultimately lost the series. Durant left and signed with Brooklyn that summer. The Brooklyn era produced the lowest 3-year net wins total of Durant's prime, 18.9 across 3 seasons, averaging 6.3 per year. In 2021, he was limited to 35 games, returning from the Achilles injury. His 21-22 season of 7.9 net wins and 29.9 points per game showed some improvement. But the Nets, despite assembling Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden on the same roster, never functioned as a coherent team. Brooklyn experienced a season marked by dysfunction. Irving's vaccination refusal limited his availability. Harden's trade request led to his departure midseason, and the team was eliminated in the first round in 2022 despite Durant's heroics, including a 48.9 rebound, 7 assist performance in an elimination game. The 22-23 season produced 5.7 net wins, split between Brooklyn and Phoenix following a trade deadline deal. The Brooklyn experiment ended without any playoff series wins. The final chapter of his career has produced a quiet renaissance. After producing 9.6 net wins in 23-24 for Phoenix, Durant signed with Houston and produced 9.9 in the 25-26 season at age 37, the sixth highest figure in the league, shooting 52% from the field and 41% from three. Thanks for listening to Net Wins. This podcast is public, so feel free to share it. Durant's career profile highlights 9 seasons of 10-plus net wins, matching Kevin Garnett for the most in the database amongst players who are not named LeBron James. His per-game production has been remarkably consistent across 4 decades and 4 organizations. The seasons that were injury shortened, of course, brought some of the average down. He does score efficiently, rebounds, assists, and plays without falling excessively. The 17.1 net win peak is tied for the 26th highest single season figure in the database. All time, he's ranked at 14, adjusted for Julius Erving at 12, would move him up to 13. He's comfortably a top 25 player all time, one of the greatest scorers and efficient shooters ever. Thank you for listening, and I appreciate your time.